All right, let's get into this. So, our first review of the day is going to be for the film A Working Man. A Working Man is a movie starring Jason Statham there. And it's Jason Statham as you've seen him in The Beekeeper, as you've seen him in Transporter, as you've seen him in Hobbs and Shaw, as you've seen him in all these other various action movies of Jason Statham. He's a
Mhm.
tough, grizzled guy who has a past, and that secret pass is him being a badass, and he's very good at beating the shit out of people and killing people and getting his way and getting to his target and being the hero. That's what you got here. And here, simple premise. You have Jason Statham there, who is the working man in question. He's a construction worker, guy working the job. Look, he's got even his hard hat on and a car hat jacket. So he's working hard with that on. And he works at a construction site there with Michael Pena as his boss. And you see that one day there, while Michael Pena's daughter is out partying, she gets kidnapped there. And of course, that leads into her kind of getting in a ring there of sex trafficking, which the family, Michael Pena's family, has to go to Jason Statham and go like, "We need your help. We need you to help find our daughter and bring her back home." And he goes like, at first, Jason Statham's like, "Oh, I don't know. I gave up that life a long time ago. I don't know if I could do it." Before he thinks about it for like a couple of hours, he's like,
Like
"I'm in."
two
You know,
seconds later, he's like, "Let's do this."
yeah, let's go. So it's you've seen this kind of, it's like something like Taken before. You've seen it. Guy goes on a mission to save a woman who's kidnapped, and he's done that. It's pretty much that before. Um, And this is also, as you saw from the trailer here, Beekeeper. Also, if people saw, that was the similar kind of action film from Jason Statham, came out
Mhm,
last year. And I think the difference between something like Beekeeper and something like A Working Man, and why I think this movie's lesser than something like The
mhm,
Beekeeper, is because I think The Beekeeper does a good job at building a universe. It builds a
mhm,
world of this kind of similar like John Wick, of like these kind of organization of other beekeepers, like these badass elite people that, so it kind of sets up a whole universe and
mhm.
expands upon that. And the way that kind of movie gets so crazy, 'cause that movie, this Ponzi scheme, this telemarketing scheme goes all the way up to the fucking president. It's like, what the fuck? Like it goes, it's
Yeah,
like,
that
wait, what? Like it just gets so
okay, yeah,
wild.
the Beekeeper is a movie that lives in heightened reality, and it's taking you along for the ride with it, and that's
A-
why that movie works so
and
well.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Also, yes, but
Uh,
with a Working Man, this is written by David Ayer and co-written by Sylvester Stallone. But I feel like the fault of this movie is it's playing it so straight, but it doesn't cross that line into being unintentionally funny. So it's just kind of very straightforward movie you'd see on TNT on Sunday afternoon.
mm. What about you, Dusk? What do you think?
I really wanted to love this movie, and it does have its moments. It If you're going in and you're wanting a beekeeper experience, this isn't it, unfortunately. Beekeeper had the right elements of Jason Statham and a plot that understood that it needed to have some fun and but also take itself seriously at just the right moments, but still be really just fun in nature without destroying its premise. It rode that line beautifully, and it was one of my favorite unsung action movies of that came out that year. But this one feels a lot more traditional, straight laced Jason Statham that you've seen time and time again. Ironically, this movie is very workmanlike.
Mhm.
Jason Statham just comes in, clocks in a performance, does what he's got to say things in a way he got to say them in order to just act tough and whatever, torture some bad guys, shoot some people, uh, sometimes creatively, most times not, and then just leave. And then he clocks out, picks up his paycheck, and then leaves.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, like I said, it's very similar to all the various other action
Mhm.
movies. If you've seen Jason Statham in an action movie before, then you've seen this performance from Jason Statham. I mean, you've seen that. And and so it doesn't, like, it's so straightforward, so simple there, that it's really not that exciting. The action scenes, if that's what you're really looking forward to in an action movie, and Jason Statham, obviously he has got a background in martial arts. there that he really utilizes. But here, a lot of the action scenes towards the middle and end of the movie, I could barely even see what was happening. Like it was so in
Mhm.
darkness, and you couldn't really make out all that much. That was also very bad. The villains in this, they're not even good at really being that villains. I mean, for sex traffickers there, of course you have that evil occupation, but
Mhm.
it's like they don't even really revel in that evil all that much. So when he does finally kill him, it's like, okay. I mean, sure. I mean, you
Yeah, it's
did it.
like yeah, it's because like the girl they kidnapped, it's Jenny, who's played by Ariana Rivas. She escapes them like twice because
Mm.
these guys are clearly very bad at their job.
Wow.
So
So
by the time Jason Statham does get around to killing them, it's like you're not even really threatened. It's just like, okay.
yeah. So yeah, I mean that's kind of it for it. I mean, yeah, this is not in theaters anymore. I don't believe. I think it's out of theaters right now. So it's probably on streaming where people can catch it.
Oh yeah,
Which
it's on digital. Which studio released this? This was Lionsgate, I think.
uh
Oh,
yes, actually,
Amazon,
Amazon.
MGM. Yeah, they saw the slate of what was coming up weeks after, and they said, "Get the fuck out of here." Nope, nope.
Yeah. It did do pretty well at the box office, breakthrough in a total of 98.7 million on a $40 million budget. So it did pretty decent in the
Yeah.
box office. There with that. If you do see this on streaming, I wouldn't pay for it. I wouldn't pay like to get it. I would say, hey, if you do have the numerous of various streaming services on there, maybe it's good background, moment film there where you can watch it and just kind of come back into the room when action scenes you hear punching and shooting and everything. Oh shit, something's happening, and then you go in back in here. I wouldn't say it's anything that really great to watch. And amongst all streaming, you do have some really good action movies on there. You do have stuff like that Chris Hemsworth movie, Extraction, that I think
Mm.
is really good on a streaming type budget there. I think that's actually really decent, really good. So for me, I just kind of give it a low stream it. What
Mhm.
about you, Nick?
Yeah, this is a movie that I really wanted to like. I was a huge fan of David Ayer and Jason Statham's last movie, The Beekeeper.
Mm.
But yeah, this movie it just doesn't have the same kind of personality or flair that The Beekeeper did. And I'm not saying that these, they should be like identical. I get it. It's like these kind of the fun of action movies getting to play around with different styles and different stories. And I just never felt anything besides that some of the action in this is shot really well. This is a very workman-like Jason Statham performance, and some of the acting from the supporting characters is really good. Like I really liked Ariana Rivas, who plays Jenny, the kidnapped girl. David Harbour has a very fun small role in here, but I couldn't recommend somebody paying to see this. I'd give this a low stream it. Yeah, just kind of a low stream it.
Yeah, I was looking at the trailer again. It said David Ayer, the director of Suicide Squad. You really want to be promoting Suicide Squad?
Hey, it
Mm.
made money.
I guess.
It
It's like,
did. It did. He's
People
not wrong.
saw it. People saw it. You still see girls dressed as Harley Quinn for Halloween.
what about you, Dusk? What's your rating?
Yeah, I echo your guys' sentiments. I really did want to love this movie because I really did enjoy The Beekeeper, but this one does to feel a lot more workmanlike. It's not bad, not in any way. It's
Mhm.
not a bad movie, but it is a very workmanlike performance, and it's a lot of things you've seen before. If you just want to clock in and see an old fashioned action movie from the mid 2000s, you can perfectly do that at home, streaming it and watching it at home. So I'm going to give this a stream it.
Mm, okay. So stream it's all around
Hmm.
for a working man.